This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And all in all, a pretty solid return. You only got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Burrow looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, 54 yards. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Red, black, 95.
Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Slide through. 50. Green. Pause red. Ready.
Throwing. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Drill green. Red, set.
Love looking to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Going back to Love. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 6. Mega. 6. Ready.
Love now. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
97.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's caught. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taking them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go. 45. White. Set. Go.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 7-7, our score after 1.
On 1, right?
Now it's Burrow. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Keyshawn Nixon on the
Here we go. 180. Let's
To the air again, Burrow. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up on the ground in Wilson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Burrow will throw. That's caught. Andre Yoshibas. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning the perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partners?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Come on.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Black shot. Set.
Play fake. Here's Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Packers first
Black
down.
ultra.
First and 10 at
Here
the
we go.
27-yard line.
40. Smash. Red. Ready.
Now Love. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 27 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard
ready?
line.
Down. Slide through. Ready?
Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Ready up.
At the Bengals' 22-yard
Green
line.
jack. Here we go. Set. 50. Green.
Here's Love. They'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Burrow. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 28 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Right 80.
Burrow looking to pass. It's complete to Brown, right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly.
Here we go.
Now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Right 80.
Back to throw again. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Let's go. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
McPherson to kick off.
Both the These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup.
On the double.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Down. Hut.
Love, they go play action now. Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Side blue. Set. Ready. Blue 32. Blue strikers. Ready.
To the air again, Love. That's taken in by Watson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
On the set.
5 brings up 2nd and 5
6. Mega.
at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
Okay.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Let's set.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go. Drill green. Ready.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow from his own end zone. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
Here we go.
Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'm wondering.
First down. A gain of 14.
Again, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. An inside give, Brown. And he stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Battle there defensively.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got this down to the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Able to find his man, Kraft. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
On the set.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10.
Let's get set.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Gun.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 42.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje Perine taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, what a move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go. Yellow. 30. Ready?
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He finds his man complete. It's Reed.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Green. Yellow. Second.
Love now. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
From the gun to give to Brown. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
On two. Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
This is Fant on the short completion. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Throwing again, it's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Let's set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 8.
Watch
Makes
out
it
now.
3rd
50,
and 5.
Ready?
Play fake. Here's Love. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.